Ladders are probably the most used and misused pieces of access equipment. Using ladders safely will help to prevent accidents. This talk covers pre-use checks, safe use of ladders, the associated hazards and restrictions. Pre-use checks. Ladders and step ladders must be stored correctly and inspected regularly. Check for splits or cracks in the stiles and rungs and check for missing or loose rungs. Check whether the feet are worn or damaged. Worn feet can slip. Check that the rungs are clean. Dirt or grease will make the rungs slippery. Don't use painted wooden ladders, as paint can hide defects. Report defects, label as defective and remove from site. The safe use of ladders and step ladders. Only light work of a short duration with a low risk of falling should be carried out from a ladder. The risk assessment must identify that other forms of access equipment are not suitable given the environmental conditions such as floor to ceiling height, space constraints or restrictions. Ladders should be set on a firm base and lean at the correct angle, 1 unit out to 4 units up, or 75 degrees. Ladders should be secured near the top and extend at least 1 metre above the landing point, unless a separate handhold is provided. Many ladder securing systems are now available. If the ladder can't be secured at the top, it may be possible to secure it lower down. Always make sure that all 4 feet of a step ladder are on the ground. Ensure your footwear is free from excessive mud or grease before you climb up the ladder. When climbing up or down, use both hands on the stiles and always face the ladder. Don't overreach from a ladder, always move it. Never try to move a ladder while you are on it. Only light tools and materials should be carried up ladders. A tool belt should be used. Where a handhold cannot be maintained for anything other than a brief moment, such as starting a nail which requires 2 hands to hold and hit the nail, other fall prevention measures are required. Always report any defects in ladders. Do not stand or work on the top 3 steps of a step ladder, including a step forming the very top of the step ladder, unless there is a suitable handhold. Hazards. Never stand a ladder on a drum, box, pallet, bricks, mobile access tower or any other unstable base or movable object. Never attempt to use or repair broken ladders. Only light materials and tools may be carried up ladders in line with the risk assessment and manufacturer's information. Do not overreach or apply side loading when working from a step ladder or ladder. When using ladders, make sure there are no electrical hazards nearby, such as overhead power lines. Before using a ladder. The law requires that careful consideration is given before work is carried out from a ladder and is only allowable if it is of short duration, less than 30 minutes, and has been justified by a risk assessment. Remember that other forms of access equipment will often be more suitable. Ladders are permitted for access to and from working places, but should not be used where other equipment would be more appropriate. What checks should you carry out before use? At what angle should a leaning ladder be placed? How can the stability of the ladder be improved? What precautions should you take when using a metal ladder? What should you do on finding a defective ladder? What is the correct way to climb a ladder? Before using a step ladder, what should you check?